that's them in real life. I know every single one of them personally, and that's them. What's up, guys?
Awesome. We got it going.
Yeah,
How is it going?
it's going good. Yeah, best as can. Being stuck in the house.
Yeah, I know. So you're in California now, aren't you?
I am. Yep.
When did you make the move?
January, January this year.
Nice. So I just moved to California in January as well. End of January, early February. And it was going great. Then all of a sudden now, the last 5 weeks has been nothing but indoors. So how are you holding up?
Best I can. Honestly, I can't. I have a hard time with it. I can't stay still. I need to like be out and get my hand into something. But there's a lot of precautions here in California, and they just get progressively more disciplined throughout.
Yeah.
And even in the county that I live in, you can't even go outside without a face mask. So
Wow.
yeah, it's getting pretty epic.
Yeah. So what county are you in?
I'm in San Bernardino County.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm in Redlands, California.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. I'm in LA, so not
yeah,
too
you're not
far.
far from me at all.
Yeah.
But
Small world.
LA has been pretty disciplined on it from the start, right?
Yeah. LA. So it started up north, and then it started trickling down, and yeah. So LA is pretty strict as well, as far as wearing mask. Like we have been indoor probably the last 5 weeks. We've been indoor all but like maybe an hour and a half combined that we've actually been able to go out. I mean, it's just, and we have two little kids, so it's just, it's a lot easier to stay inside
Yeah.
and everything. But yeah, so it's interesting. So thank you for taking the time to jump on. I'm glad that we were able to do this. So I just want to ask you a few questions, just really have a conversation with you. So are you from Oklahoma? Where are you from originally?
No, I'm born and raised in Hawaii.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah,
how did you make the trip from Hawaii to Oklahoma?
yeah, I joined the military right out of high school. You know, so that got me to Fort Bragg, North Carolina, and then Fort Lewis, Washington, and then I transitioned out of the army in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and then just kind of made it my home.
That is awesome. So is
Yeah.
it so have you gone back to Hawaii since?
A time or two. I think my oldest is 11 now, and he was about 6. That was the last time I've ever physically been in Hawaii. Yeah,
Wow.
too long, man. Way too.
So does your family come here inland to see the family and everything? Or
Yeah, sure. A couple of years ago, we all went to Vegas, for Thanksgiving. We kind of make time, but we have a big family, so it's hard to get us all together. Yeah,
man, how many siblings do you have?
I have 3. So I have 2 sisters, one older, one younger, and then I have a brother. He's the youngest.
Wow.
Yeah,
So Oklahoma, I'm
yeah.
guessing it's nothing like Hawaii.
Nothing, no sir. There's no coast, there's no ocean. It's just land and lakes. So it was great.
Yeah, so I grew up in West Texas. So I know a little bit about Oklahoma. I've gone to
Yeah,
Oklahoma maybe a handful of times.
right.
And to tell you the truth, I've never heard of GW Zoo.
Yeah.
Never did until this documentary up until like, what, 2 weeks ago, whenever it came out.
Right.
How long were you there?
I was there from 2010 to 2018. Yeah.
Wow.
It was a good chunk of my life. So yeah, I mean, everyone else sees what 7 episodes of the series, but that was almost 10 years of my life. So it's pretty epic.
Yeah, so kind of, describe it wrap it up in kind of a summary of what your 8 years there was like.
Yeah, it was wonderful, man. I honestly woke up every day and went to sleep every night doing exactly what I wanted to do. I loved every second of it. It was wonderful.
So are you still taking care of animals?
I'm not, no. Yeah, no, when I left in 2018, I walked away completely from the industry itself. So on a professional level, I don't think I'll ever do it again. But as far as, being a customer, I mean, those animals were my life, man. They're still my passion. And I'm just thankful for the experience, honestly.
So whenever you said that you walked away, what was the reasoning for walking away?
Man, every second on that park was spent with those animals, and anything that I could do personally to kind of progress, the advocation of them. I did. And I seen that come to a screeching halt when all the people that I was working with, all the partners that I was working with for so long, kind of stopped focusing on that. That stopped being their main focus. So in turn, I knew I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't do anything. So I had to walk away for my own sanity, to be honest.
So did the documentary do a pretty good job of explaining it, or was it a little more hyped up than it was in real life?
Yeah, no, honestly, as far as when you guys actually see these people, that's them in real life. I know every single one of them personally, and that's them. But I learned a lot of things. Like I learned all the behind the scenes stuff. I wasn't there for all these conversations that happened between these men. So to kind of hear their take on each other was kind of frustrating because we're all supposed to be on the same team. So
Yeah.
that's a shock factor for me for sure. But other than that, it is exactly how these people are on a daily basis. Yeah.
So what stood out to you?
I think the biggest thing that stood out was the fact that they don't really get along. None of them like each other, and I've seen all three of these men in the same room. You know, um, so it's or at the same dinner table. So that's kind of what stood out the most to me is that I've always been pretty upfront about everything. I don't really have anything under my sleeve or anything, but it seemed like they all had a different agenda, and that was kind of frustrating for me. So
So kind of take me, if you don't mind, through that moment of the accident.
the accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a typical tour day. Man, I was just doing exactly what I did every Saturday for almost 3, 4 years at that point. Um, and I just got complacent. That was my biggest mistake was that I've done it so often that I thought it was just another thing that I do all the time. I forgot, these animals they're dangerous. They're wild, they're exotic, and I love every bit of that. But I definitely forgot about that. You start to think that's my opinion on it. And on it. And then someone also mentioned Travis. Um,
Yeah.
in my like from my heart, Travis was joy. He was the joy of life, man. He was sunshine in a bottle every day. He was a good kid, and I love that kid, man. I really did. Um, so the only thing I can hope for from my heart is that it was an accident, and because of the relationship that I had with him, I know that it was. But that's for me. Yeah.
Yeah. One question that I saw. Let me see here. Any regrets? What would you change?
Any regrets? Like I said earlier, it's just a matter of being more aware. I just wanted to be more aware of what was going on, be more in the loop so that I don't come out on the end looking like the guy out of the loop. Um, and then what would I change? I mean, nothing, man. I honestly loved every second I spent on that park with those animals. I wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah. That's
As
awesome.
far as animals are concerned.
Let me see here. Oh, there is a number one question about Carol and her ex-husband. Do you
Yeah.
believe that Carol had anything to do with it?
Carol is fully capable of it. Yes, if you look into her eyes, she's got. I wish my husband would disappear written all over her. She's very opportunistic.